the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Please mind the gaps. All of them. Analyzing authenticity. All but one. All but one panel of this mural is a reproduction. For preservation purposes, relocating it to the incognito storage may be advisable.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
In business.
Standing by with life support. Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are
Day
advised against touching
206.
stains of questionable origin.
Low. Condition. Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's Mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
The Ascendant. Drop by our predictory today and find out how you can take an active part in your future.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally! Some help! We desperately need aid. Desperately! My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy Camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Potential combatants in the vicinity.
Make me ask 50 more times! Hey! Don't hog all the adrenocide!
Rat tingling. All charged.
Need a hole to hide.
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded. Non-essential persons should vacate.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning, but since you don't have the time, I'll leave you to wonder. So be it. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning trabeculum.
Please be advised, this unit
The
lacks
meaning of life is
resources to
I
provide medical
we
care
are
meeting
the
Earth
pieces of the
Directorate
equation.
standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
We're not going anywhere! Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom!
Oh, a visitor. Without notice.
By the law. It's you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
Oh.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
What business is it of yours?
Let's not be unfriendly. The agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that pesky compartmentalization, I'm afraid. Besides the highly caustic Xeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right?
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Avoid the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
With it and a mantisaur. 2 clicks.
Initializing. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in Matriarch's mercy, leave the teaching.
Do you believe Arcadia shall...
shall ever return to how it was.
I wish. Between the invaders and order defecting.
Just suffered an involuntary 15% reduction in workforce. An unfortunate surprise happened with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives with peak efficiency from cradle to grave. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware this is a war zone, correct?
Status: susceptible to danger.
Get my hands
armed and ready.
We're in an unregulated marketplace.
casualties. Our medics ain't equipped for this. Not even close.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can
do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? A what? Is that like some kind of contractor? Are you looking for a job? Because I have neither the requisite paperwork nor the time to fill it out. Go hustle somewhere else. Yeah? Well, what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, "Hello, Maven of all marketing. Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long." Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. And stop eating up my time. It's far too precious to waste on those who fail to see its value. Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself. They show sincerity, trustworthiness, and a goodly dose of class. And stop eating up my time! It's far too precious to waste on those who fail to see its value.
Knock off the funny business.
Oh, freelancer. I didn't know we hired any, but I'm glad to have you, especially after that last attack.
Really? I was listening to that. And you ain't the only one here, you know. Much better.
Hostile detected ahead. Recommended course of action. Violence.
Maintaining the battlefield stamina. Agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters. Hostilities. Emergency protocols ready.
Ignoring me while...
Bodily trauma.
I'm taking cover. Someone else take the shot.
Back in business.
Give me the time.
Dispensing life-preserving medicine.
Hey, we gotta talk about all the killing you've done. Specifically of my old co-workers. I understand that things might come up, give you no choice. But for all they've done, These folk are still mine. If we can avoid bloodshed, we should. Yeah, all right. Just don't put me in this spot again, Commander. I like what we got going. Be a right shame to end up on one another's blacklist. Think the cult's signaling that we ain't welcome here. But I ain't too keen on heeding signs.
Cowards! You've never have bested me without subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
Rough customers.
Time to earn my commission.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Hey, give me go-getting again.
The commander's vital stock has reached an alarming low.
Back in business. Someone call for a medic. Happy to help. Discreetly.
Negative. Target not in range.
Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way. Yeah. Let me handle this.
I'll tear your faces off one by one if you don't let me out of here!
Wow, what a hard bargain. Think I prefer my odds with a locked door between us.
I'll spare anyone who frees me. The rest will die horribly, I promise you that! I'm here at the behest of the exalted leader. You betrayed the glorious dawn.
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Asa. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with xeranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
You say so. Try not to get into too much trouble without me.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry, 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally? I'll just tweak it. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him. Almost.
The N-ray range lies ahead, Commander.
Oh, enemy.
Coming for you! Grenade away!
Promoting teammate health. This entrance is sealed. Commencing search for alternate means of entry.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
We can hear those wrinkly little girl fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends!
.36 cubed, divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by... is it 30, or... Oh! Hello!
Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? This is just embarrassing.
There's a cultist behind you! Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Just please keep her away from me. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body.
scanning device. Likely related to their N-ray research. We should grab it. Could be useful.
You cannot threaten one who welcomes obliteration.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Both eyes open.
The nearest sealed door should now be accessible to you, Commander.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Try and keep your guts on the inside, Commander. I will restore my life. I'm alive. Killing traitors is quite fun, is it not? That's a Glorious Dawn communication device. Our cells use them to send and receive encrypted messages.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the Order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Supposed to shoot the enemy!
And former supernumerate, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related causes.
Sharp enough. Lots of arrows nearby.
Emergency protocols have been defined.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Oh, thank you very, very much for dealing with those cult... it seems you missed one.
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitorous charlatans.
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your comrade. Very well. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. Yet he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Excellent. He won't be so smug once he's been demoted to sub-archivist, that's for sure. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford your intervention. Once more, please cease.
You.
I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. Unseen person. The time for that is over. Please.
Calculations were durable. Patch yourself up.
Preparing obligatory encouragement. You can do it, Commander.
Not possible. Target to gut.
Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have anticipated this. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Don't try to distract me! If De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. The time for talk ends forever!
Boy, damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. I like the cut of your jib, Commander. Extinguishing the life of Hierarch Ziegler is definitely our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. We should return to the one we saw earlier. It will hopefully yield some worthwhile information.
Bye.